just kind of have a feeling. I don't know, kind of ready on Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. I knew in my head I was going, so I'll be straight.
When did they tell you were going to start?
I don't know, I'm going to keep that between me.
How important was it for you to be out here for your team?
Man, everything for me. As soon as it happened on Saturday, all Saturday night I was in training and getting treated. All Sunday mornings, all day Sunday, and throughout the rest of the week I was in there getting treatment. So, I knew I was going to be out there.
How did it affect you tonight? How did you feel it was Did you feel it was affecting you a little bit?
No, not at all. I felt great on it. Responded good to my cuts, and I tried to run a little bit and felt fine.
How tough was that defense to try to move the ball on?
Very good defense. Very well coached. I think they're number 3 or 4 in the nation on defense, and they're a great team. And we had a lot of opportunities. They kind of play man, and they get up in your face, and we just didn't really capitalize on a couple of opportunities that we had. That's just a story, and we just got to continue to get better.
Steven, I know you've played some tough defenses over the last 3 weeks, but the last 3 weeks the offense has kind of struggled a bit. Do you see anything, any rhyme or reason, any big picture stuff that maybe you can work on here with a few extra days?
Really just getting everybody on the same page. There's no confusion or anything like that. I just want everybody to see the same thing I see, and I want to make sure that we just continue to get better and continue to develop. And Coach Fish's offense is a great offense, and it's explosive, it's fast, and it's physical. We like to run the ball, we like to stay balanced with the pass game. But we got to have both phases of the offense working. We really can't always lean to one side, whether that be pass or run.
ABC reported that you also might have tweaked your hip. Is that true, or?
No, it wasn't my hip. It was really mostly just my hamstring, because everything else was just tight. And I've been out there in a while, so just getting back on the game experience was kind of moving my hamstring like that.
Did it affect you on the throws, like the lower extremity hurting when you're playing, anything like that?
No, my legs and my lower extremity felt great. Nothing was really aggravating my throat. My arm felt great, so I had a couple days off, and it really helped my arm.
Is it hard to play a game at that level, having not had practice all week?
No. I just think that Florida State's defense was a great defense, and they get to the ball fast. And of course, as soon as you get out there, you're gonna get caught up in the rivalry, and the emotions are gonna fly high. And especially with the first quarter, the game was going extremely fast for everybody. And that's how college football is, especially with a great rivalry in Miami and FSU. But our biggest focus was just stay calm, and Coach Fish was still always talking to me about just staying within the offense and staying within the process. You just got to get better.
Feel like rhythm at all, Steven, just not being able to practice football?
No, I didn't feel out of rhythm. I've been practicing, and the quarterback position is just so mental. And everything else comes down to your feet and to your legs. And I was confident in my ankle. I was confident in our training room staff that we had, and I felt very confident in the fact that I would be able to deliver tonight. And they're just a great defense, and we just gotta get better.
How much does this team need this kind of extra days off here?
I think it'll be a great opportunity for us to heal, number one. I definitely think that this team just needs to rest and get back on our grounds, and understanding that we're still in this fight for the Coastal. And we'll sometime down the road see FSU again. And our biggest focus is just staying on the path that Coach Go has laid out, and just making sure that we do everything that he says in terms of getting healed and finishing the study hall and getting all your assignments out of the week and just focus on football.
Where would you say this team is after losing the 3rd straight game?
What was it?
It's the state of the team, how you guys are doing.
It's tough. Obviously, there's not much way around that, but our thing is just to come back into the office tomorrow and watch this film and learn from it and get better. And football's such an up and down game, and it's a game of life, and you can't get down just because you lost a couple games to great opponents and great teams that deserve victories, and they're up in the rankings and they're doing a great job themselves. But our focus is just continue to get better, and we're not listening to anything outside. I have to do media because I have to. So other than that, we're just staying in the locker room, just staying focused.
You don't like us?
I love you guys.
How's Ryan Williams? Sorry, Brian Williams. I know he kind of thought that maybe he was going to play. You think a little bit he was disappointed not getting in there?
I don't know. Me and Ryan are very close, and throughout the whole week, Coach Fish was saying this, he was good. We'll make that move, and Ryan's always prepared, and that's the best thing about him. He was helping me 24/7. Even on the practice field, I was helping him, and in the game time situation, he was calling things out that I didn't see. And, you can't play quarterback angry. You can't play that position, wanting another person to go down or wanting something else to happen. And I'm so glad I have Ryan there, and he's just really my backbone. He really helps me out, and I can't say enough about it.
Awesome. Thanks, Steven.
Thank you.